Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this, the fifth and final Blockchain Stories 2020 event. I'm Julian Gordon, the Asia Pacific VP for Hyperledger, and I'm delighted again to be invited to open this event. As I said on my LinkedIn post, all good things must come to an end, and it has truly been a great event or series. So as I said, we're on the fifth and final one today. We've had great speakers, and hopefully it has, as was discussed by Arun and the volunteers, hopefully educate and inspire people around blockchain and what you can do and how you can get involved in Hyperledger. So today I'm going to keep it short, but really I'd like to thank again the Hyperledger chapter, India chapter, for organizing this series. They are all volunteers, and particularly Arun and Kamlesh, who are on this call today. They've done an amazing job, and you know, I would really like to thank them. So now I'm just going to announce the first as we've got a large number of speakers today. I'm going to announce the first is Sweta from RapidQube. So Sweta, please kick off the event. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Julian. So hi, this is Shweta Vaya here from RapidQube. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone from Asia and Pacific who are listening to us today. There has been exciting 4 rounds of discussion till now. And here, as a research analyst and a solution specialist with RapidQube Digital Solution, I'm excited to present today on a solution that we developed on a Hyperledger fabric. Today, Hyperledger team has provided us a starting and a small budding startup like us, a platform like this for showcasing our expertise and success on a blockchain technology. Thank you, Hyperledger team. RapidQube is a so let me start with the RapidQube. RapidQube is a bootstrap startup which was launched in 2016, focusing on the next-gen disruptive technology solution, leveraging a large range of solutions basically from the blockchain platform, and then associated front-end, back-end, and middle-end technologies, which brings the complete ecosystem of the blockchain to a life. The blockchain distributed ledger is a crust of phenomenal growth and ready to reach $60 million worldwide, creating a new digital economic infrastructure. The blockchain distributed ledger is interoperability and emerging as an aspect in the growth and distributed ledger. So I'll share my screen. Just everybody let me know that are you able to view my screen or not. Is it? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay. So we at RapidQube work with a like-minded cutting-edge technology partners like IBM Global Entrepreneur Program, Multi-Chain Name, and we're also having various collaboration with premium technology institutes in India and abroad as a part of academia outreach program to enable the best fit solutions. When we talk about next-gen technology, the need of the next-gen technology, what comes to our mind? So the general assumption is best use of this technology are to drive digital transformation and hence business growth. So digital transformation is nothing but the cultural, organizational, and operational change of the ecosystem through a smart integration of digital technology process and competency. So digital transformation technology to create a value and new services to be future ready and rapidly we can adapt that in any circumstances. And the novel coronavirus had taught us the real meaning of adaptation. So on similar line, I would like to introduce you to our product, which relates to everyone to listening us today and everyone on this planet. Perhaps there's someone with the twist of blockchain. Our product is certificate attestation and verification portal built for the higher and technical education department who attest the educational certificates and the studying in the any of government recognized institute in Maharashtra. The certificate are attested for the purpose of validating the certificates for attending higher education in the university outside India, and foreign nationals studying in the state of Maharashtra also can attest the educational certificate for validation of the same in other country. In short, what we do is like we store, we verify, we attest and validate everything on a one blockchain platform. Let's talk a little more in detail. So the question comes in our mind, why do we need in blockchain when we do it and when we can do it with other technologies? But in some use cases, blockchain really is our life and we can achieve something in more convenient way. Like everybody knows or what the benefits blockchain brings in, that is a trust, tamper proof, track and trace, security, permissions, and lots many features which can be utilized in multiple ways as per the requirement and as per the demand or the need of the hour for any use cases. So which got this requirement and a clear while we got the clear requirement and the vision from the government official was to digitize and the entire process which with the ease life of student and give a better experience to the student from their government official has a very clear vision and goal. But there was a biggest challenges. The biggest challenges was there were the entire certificate attestation process has multiple stages and multiple steps where student had to visit multiple times to the university or the respective department to get one certificate attestation. So there was no automation, there was multiple copies of the xerox which he has or she has to submit to multiple levels and multiple departments, and there was a lots of queue as the number of students or number of people will come in a same day, because there was a lack of clarity when they can get it and when they cannot, and lack of transparency as one student has submitted the document, they didn't know they didn't know that what is the stage of that particular application and how much time it will take. So this entire status or entire process used to take around 15 to 45 days to get it complete. So then it came our role where we wanted to try this we wanted to shift the entire customer journey and experience from the traditional model which they used to follow, and in that there was a step by step, one by one process has to complete it. But right now what is the modern process which we used is like when student registered and student register themselves, they upload the documents. After uploading documents, that goes to the desk officer verifies documents from the and get the API approval from the certificate authorities who generated those certificate, and they provide approvals, and one first step verification is done. Then second phase verification where deputy secretary verifies those documents and provide a attestation with a digital signature, and finally student gets the attested copy as a soft copy in his own login. So in this particular process they have to go for one time physical verification, which the desk officer can schedule and let student know that you can come on this particular time on this particular day and you'll get your certificate attested. So there is a still we are not completely exchanging the or completing not changing the view like hard copy, because it's difficult adoption in a one go. But we are having a procedure where the soft copy and hard copy both goes simultaneously. So now the process is like it takes 7 days. Within 7 days the attested copy comes to student hand with with one visit to the department. So next is, once we decided the steps and the functional aspects of the project, we came across multiple platforms like blockchain platforms, which can be utilized. But though we were convinced, we used a Hyperledger since the day of inceptions. So we are very confident, and we are knowing the support which we get it from the Hyperledger team, and the best Hyperledger technology. There are we came down to the two blockchain platform, that was like Hyperledger and multi-chain. But though Hyperledger provides a smart contract inbuilt feature, we we had to prepare multiple statistics and comparison of the platforms, and we presented to the government official, and we finally could convince them that the Hyperledger is the best to suitable all your needs and requirements at this particular stage. And that's how we land up to the Hyperledger. This is a small process which I already explained to you, that student uploads his document and request for the appointment. Desk officer verifies the appointment and verifies the document, and the deputy secretary provides the dates and the timings where desk officer can book an appointment and share that details to the student, and student can identify the time which is suitable for him, and he can select, and he gets the receipt from the department. So this all thing is getting into stored in the blockchain. The main thing is, we are using a hybrid infrastructure, where we are using, not putting all the information on the Hyperledger or on all the information on the blockchain, and loading the blockchain with the unrequired information. So what we are doing, we are using a hybrid structure, where we are transactional value or documents and everything gets stored in the Hyperledger, and rest of the information we are using on a MongoDB. And also the best part, what we have done is, like, we have created this entire project as a model wise project. What happens, it's like you can view here on the screen, there is a identity management, which is a separate API or a module, and there is a document verification, which is like a separate entity and a module, and there is a certificate authorities, or the validation is a separate entity and module. So because of this, what we can do is, we can take this module and plug it whenever or whichever application we want to utilized, whichever application you can want to utilize this modules. So this is the process, and what effects it goes through the makes to the blockchain. This is the depiction. I have done it for the steps wise, where first where student registered, no block created in a blockchain, but file application and document upload, the data gets stored in a blockchain, application and document verification done by the verification. So that is also doesn't make any difference. He gets the application, but when he approves or rejects, that gets updated in a blockchain with the timestamp. Then it gets notified the student that first level of validation and verification has been done, and application goes for the next level approval. So when next level approval, the deputy secretary validates the application, attested document generated, that goes to the notification to the student, and same way it goes to the desk officer and deputy secretary. So everywhere it is transparent, the status of the application is available at each state, with everyone. So now then download or the upload and everything gets stored in the attested copy gets stored in the blockchain, and the application for submission, that student applies for the apply for the admission, and the third party, he can share that particular attested copy as an email or he can send as an address or message, whatever the way he is comfortable. He can share that with the third party, and third party can request for validation, or he can directly request for verification on the portal itself. So and then he uploads the document. If he has the hash, he can upload the hash also, so he doesn't have to have upload the entire document. And he can the hash comparison will help them to view, to make sure the data is verified, or it is available, or it is authentic or not. So then application generates a hash code for the request if he uploads the document, and compares the heights, and the hash code comparison happens, and notification goes to third party, and he can view the results. So as so this is the basically how we are juggling things and storing details with the blockchain and the MongoDB. So this comes to a more of a explanation of the solution. So let's talk about the benefits which we can produce to the department and the government. It's like we try to prove that yeah, it is like whatever goal or whatever vision they had, we could achieve that through this particular development. That is the first majorly what they wanted is the seamless candidate experience that we could achieve through this, because only one visit and student can get that attestation copy in his at his home, in his hand. So that was the first criteria. Second, eliminating or primary dependency on the paper. It like multiple xerox copy, at least 6 copies of the document used to get transferred between the people and between the departments, so which we reduced. And the automation process, as I said, that earlier process used to take 15 to 45 days, and now it is like it is done in within 7 days. So reliable platform verification, where we are giving the third party also a place where they can verify, so they don't have to go anywhere. It can be a login based verification, it can be a without logging verification. Then this is also again gives a belief in a citizen that they have a efficient government, and the trust has been built with the government. And as I said, it is api and pluggable module, so it scalable, and that makes things more faster. So as a bigger picture, what we are going to do in this particular thing is we as a state government offers lots of services in a Aple Sarkar portal, where we are trying to implement this particular application, and try to utilize other application, and this implementation will work for with that by hand. So again, this is like right now, this is only a web-based application which we have developed. So our next stage is like creating a mobile application, and in future we are also trying to put this into digital locker facility, which is government recognized storage. So this can be, we are trying to link that as the journey goes on. So this is as we know this sorry as we know, the certificate attestation is a very small portion where we can where we are using a blockchain, okay, but it's just a small implemented in a very small phase. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to build a government gov chain framework, where the multiple application will use this particular modules, blockchain modules like identity management, voting engine, P2P messaging and payments, then document management as a module or as a framework API, and that will serve the various purposes of the government. And using a blockchain. So this is the just one framework which we have created, and there are lots of work is going under progress, and we are trying to keep that into we are trying to achieve that with the GovChain framework, where the multiple blockchain APIs will be utilized over various application, government application, and will serve the citizen of Maharashtra or of India in a better way. So these are the some case studies. It's like we our journey has been started since 2016. Majorly we have worked with the government agencies and government sector, but as we have because they are the early adopter of the technology, and could it is they really wanted to do something for their citizen, and some of the use cases we have already done. And first is like certificate attestation management, uh, uh, which I already discussed about, with you. Again, there are variety of bouquet which we have it for the government and for the business, corporate business operators. Like we have done a Salama project where we are talking about the fire emergencies of the people. Fire emergency happens. In the in one particular area, there is a rules and regulation that every building has to have a fire installation, where this and the payment and everything, the feasibility criteria, payment, and multiple parties are involved to do the installation of fire alarms in a one particular building, which every entire network has been done on a blockchain platform to ease their life, and for to greater transparencies among the participation. That's we did it on a Hyperledger fabric again. Electronics health record, we did it for the state, one of the state government, where the all the health records are available with the there are lots of facilities government provides, or benefits government provide when comes to the health of their citizen. So all this is utilizing or not properly, or whatever pharmacies, what facilities they are incurring. So all that details we are storing in the blockchain to make sure that wellness of the citizen is very well taken care by government. There is a professional editing tool. This is again a AI based tool. It is very much about very much it's a collaborative tool for creating specializing in a writing, where you can collaborate with the groups and write uh, blogs, articles, and even white papers for your corporate teams, and which will help you to work collaboratively on one particular document. E-Mitra is again a state level application, which is where there are like, if you have multiple utility bills are segregated at different application, but it's a state level application where they are providing all the details or all the utility bills payment on the same portal, with other benefits of other benefits or other facilities available on the portal itself. So it is a one shop for all the utility payments. Advanced directive, there is one more project which we did it is advanced directive, a living will, which is very much famous in the US, and it is called a living will in the US. That is the other name of this particular feature, uh, project, where we are storing entire medical records, and we are integrating with the EHR, and we are making a secure and accessible health information among doctors and patients and their caretaker or nominee. So this is the real time information say sharing and secured record keeping. And ready policy is again one is the insurance product which we built to automate the entire procuring, claiming, and reissuing policy without third party involvement. So our journey for this particular use case is not it's still going on, it's not end, but our presentation is now in the end. So thank you Hyperledger team once again for this lovely platform where I could showcase the our success story. Thank you so much. Any questions?
Shweta, we have questions in Q&A section.
Okay.
Um, uh, Let me quickly read out few of them. So why MongoDB is used for blockchain solution in the solution?
So it why we are as we know that we are using a hybrid structure. When you talk about government, there are lots of details which we take it, which is not necessary. We need to put it in a at Hyperledger, which is like if there is lots of document exchange, personal document exchange, other copy and everything, we don't need that. This is not related to this particular project. So there are we always put this practice as hybrid structure where non important information is it is essential but not important or not advisable to know to everyone, like government doesn't want or like university doesn't want what is the identity of the student in a other way. So we are segregating some of the information that way so we can don't load the blockchain and utilize the blockchain properly. Yeah, I hope that answers.
Um, so
uh,
a continued question on the Q&A portal is, how can a department revoke a fraud certificate and notify third-party services?
Okay, so for that, also again, I after these questions, I'll show a small demo where what we are doing, we are accessing the student data and we are verifying that from the state boards. Okay, so right now we are under process that we are inboarding that state boards where they can also verify this data. Okay, so the two-way verification, yeah, student is uploading something and the certificate generator is also approving something, and then it goes after verification, then it goes for further verification. So that way the root, it's starting from the root approval, so the authenticity of the document is maintained in a blockchain.
Right. Probably we can see the demo now and then
Yeah,
take up more questions.
sure. Yeah. So meanwhile, whatever rest of the questions, you can write it us to the info@rapidcube.com because we have a time limitation right now, I guess. And now we will move on to the demo. So is it visible? My screen?
Yes.
So right now we have 4 participants in the right now we have a 4 participant majorly in this particular portal, and uh, like student, admin, deputy secretary, and desk officer. And there is one more where which we are trying to integrate it is from the board where we get the verification, get it done. So that is under process. So right now I'm logging into student. Yeah. So for the due to time limitation, I have just a predefined predefined information of one student, where here you can see there is a new application where student can fill in the details and upload the documents. So here is the personal detail of the student. then passport details and contact details, employment details, and upload document. Here the document is already uploaded, and the call letter for the foreign student, where they have to give a proof as a call letter of the university which they get for the application. So this is the basic details which we are getting from the student right now, and student is uploading this, and then this goes directly to the desk officer, where desk officer, yeah, so here is the mandatory and some guidance which like here if I do the new, so there are certain guidelines which has been given to the student, what documents are needed and what is the payment and things associated with that. It has been given a clear guideline. If he agrees, then only he can create a new application. So after this, that it goes to the deputy secretary, desk officer, where desk officers do the checking. So here he gets a dashboard where he can view list of the document total application, which is how many numbers it is approved, how many is rejected, how many is pending in his thing. And he has also a right where he can ask for a correction if some image are not visible or some information is not properly filled. So he can go and do this. He has the right to do the correction also. And this is the schedule where he can schedule and block the time, unblock the time, and give the schedule to the student. Similarly, they have also there is a deputy secretary, which is very much similar to the desk officer, but he verifies with the digital signature and provide a attestation which will goes to the student. So now again, this is the, he can view the details again, he can ask for correction. Now it is approved, so it will not give you the rights to do the correction. So again, yeah. So after deputy secretary logs in, after deputy secretary approves the thing, a student can gets the notification on his email plus message, and now he can download the, so he can, and this is the call letter which student gets from the desk officer, where he can download this copy and take this physical copy for the appointment. And again, the attested document he can get it from here, download document, you can download it now. And I'll show the now the university. So now for university to verify, we are not putting any login based right now, but that in future we are putting the university also to login, so we can secure the information. This is the latest document which I downloaded. So this is just, you have to upload and verify the certificate. So it has been verified. Okay, so I want to show this. If you have any minor changes also, this is the same certificate which I have, but this, there is one line you can see on the certificate. Okay, it's the same certificate, name and everything has changed, same, just one line has been added. So what I will do, I'll okay. So again, this is like, if any minor changes, even if I dot also added into this document, the portal will say it is not verified. So that pretty much sums up everything which I wanted to say and share and show. So thank you. And this has been a very exciting learning plus learning journey which we had it. My colleague Muthu Ravindran has been answering questions and in a Q&A session For more queries, please write us to info@rapidcube.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shweta.